Hi, I am Rachel Anita and I'm back. Hi. It's been a minute. I am Rachel Anita and welcome back to my podcast. So, after a really long break, I am back, guys. Don't ask where I was and who I was with, but I am back and I'm here to stay. For this episode, I am recording it right next to an airport. So, guys, when you hear few, please just manifest it so that you can be flying and we'll be catching flights, not feelings, on this episode. Thank you so much. All right. On today's episode, I want to talk about basic financial decency. This revolves around basic financial literacy, which is something I've come to understand not everyone actually relates to. So, what is financial literacy? Financial literacy is the basic understanding of finance, how you invest, how you save, how you budget, and all of that. And today, whether you make as little as whatever you make, zero, to being a trust fund baby, basic financial decency cuts across everyone. Okay, so this, for me, I'm going to talk about this from a personal angle, because these are things that are affecting me and I think affects every other adult. Right? Right. Okay, so I want to start with budgeting. Number one on my list. If you budget your money, you won't come around imposing yourself on other people. So the most basic line of budgeting is the 50-30-20 rule. So how do you do the 50-30-20 rule? With this, I'm talking about percentages. So if you earn 1,000 shillings or 10,000 shillings or 100, or I don't care what you earn. Actually, I do care what you earn. You should be earning. All right. So I do believe everyone's dream is to have a teensy bit of financial freedom, or at least to have your head above the water. How can we achieve this? We start with budgeting. I cannot stress this enough. You need to budget everything that comes in and how everything goes out. That's how you have your head above the water. I have this basic rule, and everyone knows about this, the 50-30-20% rule. 50% of your income should go towards your needs. That is your rent, your food, your bill, basic necessities like I've said, rent, food, school fees if you have kids, and any other thing that is basic, what you can't live without. The 30 goes towards wants. What are wants? These are the things that make your life a little bit easier, but you really don't need them, like subscriptions, that's Wi-Fi, Netflix, and so forth. Then the 20% now goes into savings, and this includes investments and such stuff. Now you realize when you put your money into such boxes, you are able to efficiently go through a month, that is if you're earning monthly, or go through a year, or however you earn your monies. But every time it hits your account, please just budget the money. It saves you a ton of headache. Okay? And now, number 2. Okay, that's my cat Tiger. Everyone has met him on Instagram. He's such a cute tiger, and he literally looks like a tiger. Such a cute. I think I'll put his picture somewhere so that you can say, "Hi, Tiger." Bye, Tiger. I don't need you right now. Okay, so that is number 1. When you have basic financial decency, you are able to be decent enough to take care of your household and what runs inside that without including or imposing other people every other time. It helps a lot. It makes you just a basic decent person, literally. And now, number 2. This one. This one. Planning on someone's money without their consent. This one, I have to go deep because it has occurred to me on different occasions. So someone assumes you have X amount, which is a very, what's that word? A very, I don't use the word stupid, a very audacious, thank you, thing to do. You're there planning your life, how you're going on vacations and blah 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 blah. Then you just wake up and text someone, "Hey, I need 20k urgently," or "I know you have 20k, send me this urgently." Guys, don't do that to me. If you're not related even by blood, don't do that to me or to anyone you know. It's not nice and it's not decent. You cannot go around making your huge plans on the side, not caring how you earn that money, but wewe hapana, wewe you just have to get what you need. Hapana, the economy is too tough for everyone. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. How can I manage myself better? How can I make this money work for me kabla niende to another person. Okay, that's good. The other now, on to that point, your urgency should not be someone else's emergency. Tafadhali, please, no thank you. Your urgency should not be someone else's emergency. Period. I can't stress this enough. Just because you're going through something, and I know this as um, there's levels to this. There's like a medical emergency, like you're dying, that I understand, but dying to have a drink is a totally different thing, which I do not understand. Okay, and first of all, I have a rule of thumb: I do not buy alcohol. I do not care how good you are or how much close we are. So when you're stuck somewhere, uko hapo umejifanya, who's that guy who buys drinks for everyone? Like everyone loves a new bag or like the latest shoes, sneakers, anything nice, partying every other weekend like it's the 80s. But you cannot put that responsibility on someone else's shoulder. If it's an emergency, we totally understand. You're dying and we are there for you. But you can't come over here telling us you want to buy sneakers and then tukufanyia GoFundMe. That just doesn't make sense, guys. Can we be realistic? If you're anywhere above 18 years old, get your finances in order. If you want to party, ulale nja. You cannot go there buying drinks for the whole entire village, then unakuja tukuchangia ya mayai. We are not going to do that. It's 2024. Get your act together. Next is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Now, this is a very common saying, and we know why it's said. You cannot put all your hopes, all your everything, inspiration, aspirations to one like source of income. This is very relative. I understand not everyone has a job, and maybe you're searching for a job, and it's okay. My issue here is just being comfortable with one kind of life, not having any ambition, not having any kind of drive, not thinking about tomorrow. That I have a problem with. Now, to the employed folks or entrepreneurs, or if you're doing something in your life, it does help to have another source of income. It does help to think about the future, like what goes where and what not. Now, if you do not risk with your investments, you cannot get any other outcome or income. Okay, it's relative. You can get better income with different outcomes from your income, something like that. Okay, for instance, you can explore government bonds versus cryptocurrency versus something like circle versus money market. I mean, there's so much you can do with 1,000 bob, literally, that can bring you that 1,000 bob today. Maybe by next year it can bring you another 1,000, or itakuwa 0 bob, depending on how you handle that money. Again, this is a basic financial literacy course. I'm giving you guys a crash course. You don't need to take everything, but take something out of it. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like we've seen so far, so many banks have crashed, so many, like, just be, what's the word? Be in your feelings with your money. Be in your feelings. Feel your money, enjoy your money, make your money attract more money. That's what I'm saying. Again, different sources of income. They say the basic millionaire in USD, I think, has like 7 sources of income. I'm not saying you go all the way out. That can be a stretch. But if you can get an extra source of income, do it. Even if it's as low as it can be or as high as it can be. Just don't put all your hopes into one thing. It's okay to concentrate. It's okay to... What's the word? Okay, it's okay to concentrate on one thing, but it's also more beautiful if you diversify across a number of things. It helps you understand who you are really, and, well, making an extra buck here or there is a good thing. Now, the other point is, if you can get a financial advisor, the sooner you get this, the better for you. Yeah, I know it's... Someone might think I need like X amount. Again, that's why I said you can, as low as you make or as high as you make, you still need to sit down with someone who can tell you the ABCD of money. We often associate money with the more you make, the more comfortable your life becomes. But if you cannot manage the money that comes into your account, there's no way you're going to achieve that comfortable status. All right? With a financial advisor, the more you know, the better you become. Like I said, there are many ways. Even myself, I'm still learning. And if you have a comment about this, you can let me know. I am still learning about how to handle money. I'm not the best. But the better you know, the better you become. If you do not know much, you will act according to that box that you're in. Read books, travel if you can, meet people who are in different financial scopes than you are. Be like the person you want to be, have that person in your circle. That's the only way you can grow. If you don't do that, utabaki too stagnated in one place, and that will not help you 5 years down the line. All right. um Again, read and learn about new markets. I mean, guys, hatuwezi kaa tu hapa in our bubble of like the Kenya shilling and the USD. I know sometimes of late tumekuwa, even when you go to the mama mboga, she's like dola imepanda ama dola imeshuka. Do you even know how much the dollar is right now? Ask yourself. If you can't tell how much the dollar is and how that affects your mama mboga, there's a problem there. You have to know financially, like globally, how does Ukraine fighting with what? With Russia affects my oil kabla your local MP comes and tells you that's why hajapeana CDF. You have to understand hizi vitu. And if you don't read about it, you don't research about it, it becomes a bit mushy for you. And it's just as simple as a Google search. How much is the USD and why is it affecting us? Because about a month ago, was it a month ago? A month ago, something like that. The USD was almost hitting 160, or if it didn't, right now it's 130. Hiyo ni 30 bob imepotea tu hivyo. Ask yourself, mbona imepotea tu hivyo? How can I make my life easier na hii 30 bob? Ningeipanga hivi or that way, I would have made some more money. All right. So, this other one affects our social relationships. I know hakuna mtu under the sun who has not taken a loan or borrowed from someone, your friend, because anyway, charity begins at home. Sister, when you borrow money, can you pay back that money as soon as possible? Going back to your agency shouldn't be someone else's emergency. Sometimes, your agency becomes all or everyone else's emergency. When that happens, tumekupitisha through that period of time. Can you pay back that money on time, please? Do not wait to be reminded about it. It becomes really difficult and strenuous on relationships when someone has to keep on calling you and telling you, please pay back my money. It's not nice, guys. It's not nice. And like I always say, when you give someone money, especially your closest friend, that's the amount you're willing to lose. Because ukienda, don't go again giving out money that you don't know how it will come back. I'm not pointing fingers, but don't go giving money that you don't know how it will come back. Gauge the person before you give, and make sure this person is financially decent to understand that you also need the money back. Again, there's a difference between borrowing and asking, and just asking for help generally. All right? Okay. On that note, do not take someone else's money without their consent. Even if it's your better half or your best friend or your sister or your mom, that is theft, my dear people. Do not go stealing. It is not nice. If you're in someone else's shoes and you came and found like your handbag is open and someone has taken your money, you wouldn't like it. So don't do it to other people as well. This actually occurred to me once when someone who was so close to me decided, since they know my M-Pesa pin, I'm very liberal with my M-Pesa, which is something I should work on as well. So this person took my phone, akaenda akaclear pesa yote, nikabaki na zero. It is not nice. I was stuck at the supermarket thinking about my life choices, and that was not nice. So please don't do that to anyone that you know. Now, as you're being financially decent, this means thinking about the future, right? And you can't think about the future without thinking about how that affects your life. Something like insurance. Insurance is so basic. Health insurance is so basic in this time. The last time I checked, our national insurance health fund, I think they changed the name, it is just 500 per month. And with that 500 shillings, you're able to save yourself so much. Ukipata ile emergency layer, you're dying, you're able to take yourself out of that hole before someone else comes in. And if you forget anything I've said, please don't forget that your agency is not someone else's emergency. Manage your life choices, manage your finances, and this will make everyone around you happy. So, in a nutshell, what I'm saying is budget your money, think about your future, don't borrow without paying back, and learn to take some risks. And if you forget all that, guys, your urgency is not someone else's emergency. It's 2024. We can do better as adults and as members of the society. And with that, it's a wrap. Thank you so much for coming and listening to my show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you're new. Welcome to my circle. And comment. I want to hear all your views about being a financially decent person and how you relate to other people based off your finances. It's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for coming on. See you next time. Bye. Doo-doo-doo-doo.